Shalom, shalom. Do another stream. Right. You do another live stream. Still. We're going to address another topic, right? Bear with me. We'll be addressing another topic. So let's go right here back again on Facebook. Right? Let's see. So we're going to address another topic again. So let me have some of my precepts ready. And get Habakkuk ready. Actually, I'm going to get Job. So shalom, everybody. First and foremost, we give our praises, glory, power unto the Most High, the living God, YAHAWAH, through His only begotten Son, Yahushua Mashiach. Shalom, shalom. Shalom to all the camps. Shalom all to the brother and the sister out there on the highway, on the byway, doing the work of the Most High. Much love unto you, brother and sister. Keep it up. Continue to do what you're doing. It's a beautiful thing. All right? So we're going to share some of this stuff, man. There's a lot of going on the earth. There's a lot of weakness, right? So sometimes we get distracted, right? So I'm going to play this audio so you can see. Okay, I'm going to play this audio and you're going to see and listen a little bit. This is the title. So it's a victory. This is from ABC News. abcnews.gov.com, right? And the title, okay, she look like a coon. She might be a coon. Or she could be Esau, the journalist right there, right? And he really just say, victory shall be ours. India's farmers continue their struggle after months of protests. So these people been protesting for months. You see, some of them, they protest here in America and nobody care about it. So
probably heard about
let's listen.
Unprecedented protests raging in India. At least one of the more recent ones may have been the largest in a generation. These protests are threatening the power structure of the world's largest democracy and are being waged by farmers fighting for a fair living wage. Ian Panel has more.
So he said these people fighting for a fair living wage. Okay, right. Now, where is all this thing coming from? It's coming from the oppressor, the Edomite. The Edomite giving instruction to every nation. You see that?
Is fighting for his livelihood. He's joined hundreds of thousands of farmers who've packed up, left their homes and families to join what's being reported as the largest protest in the world.
You see that?
This movement is the movement of the masses, from the poorest to the richest farmer. This movement is for everyone.
From violent clashes with police to storming Delhi's historic Red Fort. These farmers, India's largest voting bloc, have been out on the streets for months now, protesting Prime Minister Modi's controversial new agricultural laws. Already living hand to mouth, they say it'll push them even further into poverty.
This is not just a farmer's problem. Farmers won't suffer alone. This will be a problem for all of India.
The new laws would abolish guaranteed minimum prices for produce set by the government and allow buyers to set the price instead.
So you see that? So let me pause it right there. You see, this is what we call injustice. Okay, this is pure injustice, and this heathen they don't understand. This heathen they don't understand, but our people we don't understand. Right? So, mainly this law, this new law that they're bringing to them in India is coming from America, is from Monsanto, is from Bill Gates, is from the U.S. government, is from the FDA. So what they're telling the people is that from now on, is the government that going to sell them the price and the buyer. They'll be the one to tell this farmer how much they need to sell this and that. And imagine that. That's oppression in their own land. You can't tell me the price at which I got to sell my thing. You can't tell me that. Okay, I sell it to you to the price that, hey, I just good to sell it to you. You can't force me. Then if that's the case, so leave me alone and go to your land. But that's what we call oppression. Esau is not only oppressing, Judah or Benjamin or Israel or only Northern. No, he is oppressing the whole world. This is a fourth beast, man. Imagine that. And allow buyer to set the price. Buyer's going to set the price. Buyer, they're going to dictate their weakness to this farmer that struggle to grow their own thing. Don't you see there's something wrong with that? And what is that coming from? America. Mainly it's coming from America. mainly is America, number one. If you go check right there, it's America, number one. They're the one doing this type of things throughout the whole world, right? Let's continue to listen. Let's see.
Farmers fear this would be disastrous, driving down their incomes despite a pledge by
So this will drive down the income of this poor Indian. More people will be more farmer, and more people will be poor. They won't be able to take care of their family. And that's the New World Order. That's the NWO. That's the New World Order. And that's what they're always working on. That's what Esau, America, and his ally, they're always working on. That's what they're always doing. They want more people to be poor, and the rich, they continue to be richer, more richer in the children. Right? How do we know that? Let's read it. This is the book of Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who? The earth. So who is dictating to these East Indian farmers how much they should sell the product for, things like that? Who is the wicked? Esau, Edom. He said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where is he? So if Esau is not the wicked, then who then is the wicked? Right? Let's continue. Let's just continue to play this thing.
Prime Minister Modi to double them by next year. He insists the laws give farmers the freedom to directly sell produce to buyers, unshackling them.
You see? So he's a coon. He's a puppet for Esau. So Modi, or what you name it, he's a puppet for Esau. He ain't know any better. He ain't know any better. He's a greedy dog. He ain't know any better. Modi ain't know any better. This he ain't know any better. He working for Esau.
But instead, the laws have shaken India's 150 million landowning farmers to the core.
You see that?
And the anger.
Those people that own the land, this law have shaken them. Okay? It has shaken these people. Hundreds of Indians now own this land, because they might find themselves not owning the land again. Why? Because who is going to buy? Monsanto, okay? Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, okay? And the list goes on and on. The rich people. This rich devil, okay? And turn them into what? Poverty.
The protests show no signs of letting up. The farmers' movement has captured the attention of the world, even celebrities outside of India tweeting their support. But for millions in the country, this is deeply personal. Over half of India's 1.3 billion people rely on some...
So you see that? You see that? Over half of Indian, 1.3 billion, over half of India, 1.3 billion, they rely on farming. So imagine that this oppression, it is so wicked. This is the devil, man. Let's go to the book of Habakkuk, man. This is Esau, man. Esau's just wicked. I mean, like, I don't know, man. Sometimes, to me, it's just too much. I mean, Esau's wicked, man. This is the book of Obadiah, Habakkuk. Let's read it. This is the book of Habakkuk, right? Let's go over there. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 5. Let's read it. Yeah, also, because he transgressed by wine. How do they transgress? By wine. The lie, the deception, all the wickedness that they do. Who? Esau. Esau, Edom. Listen, these people, they've been doing their thing for so long. Guess what? Esau trying to take over the land and turn everybody into poverty. They want to dictate them how much they're going to buy this. Listen, man, stay in your country. You look at this country, India already as a poor country. Listen, leave them alone. Leave them do their own thing, and then you focus here. They don't have enough, man. Esau does not have enough. Right? Let's see, he say, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine. Now, when you read it, you think that he's talking about alcohol. No, he's talking about alcohol. Okay? The Moses is not talking about alcohol. He's talking about the doctrine, the law, the thing that they do. That's what they're doing. He is a proud man. Who? Esau is a proud man. Esau is a proud man. They to keep at home. They don't keep it home. Because if they keep it home, they should be meddling into other country businesses. But since they're the wicked and the earth's been given into the hand, that's why we can't have peace on the earth. As long as Esau is going to live on this earth, there won't be no peace on the earth. There will never gonna be peace. And these people cry unto the Most High. These poor, they cry unto the Most High. They cry unto the Most High. These heathen, they cry unto the Most High. Okay? He said, well, let's read it. He said, he's a proud man. Neither keep it at home. They don't keep it at home. They don't want to stay only here. Okay? Who enlarges his desire as hell. So that's what they do. They want more. It's not enough. Already they're taking resources from where? Mexico, right? Most of the food that consume in this country come from Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Chile, Peru, Bolivia. The majority, most of this food, how much food do they grow here in America? How much food? You got orange, you got clementine, you got citrus. That come from what? Spain, Greece, okay? From Morocco, Tunisia, Italy. Come on, man. They bring oranges, lemon, all these things from where? South Africa. Are you kidding me? They don't grow much food here. But guess what? They want to be able to rule the whole world because that's the new world order. That's the new world order. Is to kill everybody from the face of the earth and save only the rich people and their family and the children and wipe off all the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native and all the other nations. That's the game of the so-called white people. That's the agenda. The agenda of the so-called white people is to kill off all the other nations and leave only a tiny remnant of their own people, the rich one. They gotta weed us out, the so-called blacks, Latino. We gotta be killed off. That's the agenda. That's why they're making up disease in the labs. They're making up all type of wickedness and bringing out, and they're receiving license to go kill people. Government give them license to go kill people overseas, abroad. And you can speak about it. Then he say, blah, blah. What you talking about, man? You see, this is oppression. Let's read it. He said, it is as death. So Esau is as death. So these people, they see death. Esau coming to the land.
Kind of farming.
You see?
These are all the animals. They're very important to our farming.
It's
thanks to them we have our livelihood.
You see?
Right now, the world's largest democracy is in turmoil.
You see?
Either side willing to give way. India's Supreme Court.
You see that? So this is the world's largest democracy. India. They say they don't want that in their country. They don't want to. They want to call the government Modi, that sellout to remove it. They don't want to deal with that. He said, we don't need that. We're good over here. Take that crap from here. We don't need it. How come your new Pharaoh, Joe Biden, he has not tell Modi to stop and leave the people alone? I thought America is all about democracy. I thought America is all about justice. How come he cannot call Modi, the Prime Minister of India, say, listen, man, the people tired, leave them alone. We don't, you know why he can't say that? Because he's part of the agenda. It's a new world order. They're all part of it. Whether it be Trump or Joe Biden, they're all the same devils. They're working for the same agenda. Same thing, new world order. Nothing new under the sun, we know. They're all working for the same weakness. We go watch it, he say, and he has death and cannot be satisfied, but got unto him all nations. Who got unto him all the nations? Who is ruling over all the nations? Is Esau. Esau, Edom. And heaped unto him all people. You see? And that's the main reason why the Moses wanted you to move the spirit upon this East Indian, and they're going to start coming against Esau, Edom. It's going to go one day. It's going to happen one day. Y'all don't believe it? It's coming. It's coming. Get ready. It's coming right now.
Suspended the laws until further notice. But the farmers want a full repeal.
They want a full repeal.
Thousands of them refuse to return home.
You see?
Staying in these sprawling makeshift camps on the edge of India's capital.
You see that?
To re-enter the city unless Modi repeals the new.
Unless he repeal it. They won't go. They say we ain't going home.
Javir's been here since November.
Since November, imagine that.
With 7 other farmers.
You see this? You see how these people, they unite? We don't unite like that. Jakes, Northern Kingdom, Ephraim, Judah, Benjamin, we are not united. We are not unified like that. Look at this hidden. You see how unified they are? They left their land, their house, since November and joined here with the other of their race, of the nation. And guess what they're doing? They're fighting for their right. We don't operate like that. We don't operate like that. We don't want to come together as one nation. Look at these people. Though the scripture told us, gather together, or gather together. Look at these heathen. They understand. And they say they are not going back until the law is fully repealed. They are remove it. And these people, they don't even read the Bible. There may be some of our people over there that believe in the Most High and keep the commandment somewhere around, or they are still Christian. But guess what? These people, they don't even believe in the Most High. But they have common sense. That's what Isaiah 1 and verses 3 is right on point. We don't know who we are. Isaiah 1 and 3. Jeremiah 4:22. Jeremiah 4:21 through 22. Read it. Okay, I'm going to continue playing. Because that's what they do. You see, shall not all these take up a parable against him? Against who? Esau, Edom. And a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. So, because they're telling this East Indian, oh, we're going to tell you how much we're going to buy for. Who are you to tell them how much they're going to buy for? Do they tell you how much they want to pay when you tell them to take the visa? Okay. To the East Indian, do they tell you, okay, you know what, when you tell the East Indian, okay, this is the fees for the visa. Do they tell you, the East Indian, do they tell you, you know what, I only got $1 because that's all I have, I'm a poor. Do you follow that? You don't follow that. So why are you imposing your weakness to the people? You can tell them that's what we call injustice, unrighteousness. And these people, their cry is going to the Most High. Their cry is going to the Most High. Though they be the heathen, the Most High looking at them because they got some kind of mixed spirit compared to Esau either. They're more humble compared to this Edomite. They're kind of more humble. Okay? If it's not because of Esau, they won't be proud like the way some of them proud because they're working in IT, they got SUV, they're making all this money, all this. They won't be proud like that. A lot of these Indian, they're a little bit more righteous than Esau, Edom. But Esau have corrupted them with the strong wine. That's why it says, yeah, also, because he transgressed by the wine. You see that? Transgressed by the wine. That's what they do. That's what the wicked do. Okay? So let's continue. He say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. You see? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Well, Esau, that's what doing. Esau is bringing blood and death upon his own self. He just don't understand it yet. He's bringing blood, death. And his children don't tell him the truth. They don't tell him, God, what we do is wrong. They don't tell the government, listen, what we do is wrong. We got to leave the people in their land. We can't do that. You see, the only person you see that say they're protesting is some of these style like Rihanna and some of the other. Watch this. Let's listen. It's 6 minutes.
We all sleep here and change here.
Uh-huh.
The tanker over there is what we use to take baths.
You see?
These protests have brought people together.
Uh-huh.
People from all religions, Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Christians, now stand united with a sense of fraternity. There are
You heard that?
who try to divide us.
They say, listen, they say all these religions, we coming together. You see that? That's the East India. And Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, we don't have that spirit. These are hidden. They don't even read the Bible. Did you hear what this Indian guy just said? He said, Buddha, Sikh, Muslim, Christian. He said they're all coming together, united against this weakness. You see that? And you got our own people. You got more our own people. Camps against camps. Brother against brother. Oh, you already in the truth. You got different doctrine. Hey, all praise to the Most High. Hey, you keep the commandment. Are they keeping the commandment? Hey, that's cool. It doesn't matter your camps. It doesn't matter this and that. Why? Because that's what was happening in the time of Paul. I think it was Paul and two other brothers. And what did Paul say? Paul said, listen, man, it's the Most High that gives the increase, man. Paul said, you know, I planted and, you know, Apollos, he watered. He said, hey, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's the Most High who gave the increase. You can teach and the person might not repent. Or somebody already talked to you about, then you go over there, you make it more stronger, more like, you know, you put more stone to it to make it more. Listen, at the end of the day, it's not you, it's the Most High. So we can't be proud thinking that we do this, we did. No, it's the Most High. We need that spirit of meekness. So let's continue to listen to this heathen.
They spread rumors about other communities. That's how they do politics. Otherwise, humankind is one. The same blood runs through all of us.
There we go. That's garbage.
Javier has a 4.5-acre farm in the fertile state of Haryana.
You see that?
One of the largest farming regions in India. He grows wheat and rice there.
You see that? You see this here? You see how they live? Natural, humble.
And while he's away,
And that's how it's going to be in the kingdom.
his family must still carry on running the farm, tending the crops.
You see, tending the crops.
We all do the farming. None of us are literate.
We are born.
They'll do the farming. You see this young kid? You see they're about to give water to the cow. Okay? They're about to give water to the cattle. You see? And that's what we don't have. We don't want to do those type of things. Everybody want to go sit in office, right? Guess what? There won't be office in the kingdom. There won't be office like you see right now. You'll be sitting in the air conditioning thing like that. Oh, you be like, listen, man, get out of here. There won't be that in the kingdom, okay? All be natural, man. There won't be all this nonsense that you believe in. You worship all this wine of Babylon the Great, of Esau, Edom. They will not. It be gone. Everything be fully gone, buddy. You see, that's how we're going to deal. We go to the animal, we feed them. Some of you teach your children to be scared of goat, cow. They're scared of chicken. They're scared of all things. They want to, listen, man, listen. They can go to the kingdom, buddy. You got to teach them to be strong. They got to be bold to go before this beast, this animal, to feed them and play with them, do things, right? So continue, man. Let's see.
Born into poverty and married into poverty.
It can feel like a losing battle, though.
You see that?
His whole family must live off just $1,000 income a year.
You see, the whole family, $1,000 income a year. Imagine that. And Esau is going over there to take that away from them. You see that? You see that? Esau is going over there to take that little thing that these people make to survive. Esau trying to take it away from them because they don't keep it home. Let's go to Proverbs 27, right? Let's read it. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 20. Proverbs 27 and verses 20. Let's read it. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 27 and verses 20. 27 and 20. Let's read it. He say, let's read it. He say, hell and destruction are never full. You see? So the eyes of men are never satisfied. And that's Esau. Esau's never satisfied. They always want more. Esau always want more. Esau always want more. Esau, he always want more. Okay? Okay? Esau always want more. Okay? Esau always want more. Esau, he always want more. Okay? Esau, he always want more. They don't have enough. They don't have enough. Esau, Edom, they don't have enough. Esau, Edom, they don't have enough. Okay? They don't have enough. They always want more and more. They always want more and more. Okay? Esau always want more and more. Okay? And that's what's going on right now. Right? Proverbs 27 and 20. It says, hell and destruction are never full. So the eyes of men are never satisfied. They don't have enough. Okay? They don't want to suffice with the little one they got and teach the children to share. Guess what? They want to take over the other people. They want to take over the land. They want to do more evil. Let's go to Isaiah 2. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 2. Right? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 2. You know, my Bible is all gone. So let me read from the other one. Okay, I'm gonna read from here. Right? Let's see right here before I continue playing. Okay, Isaiah chapter 2. Let's prove it, because that's the thing, man. You know, this is the wicked. The wicked is ruling the earth. There's nothing you can do about it. Isaiah chapter 2, and we read the 11 to 12. Isaiah 2, 11 to 12. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 2 and verses 11 to 12. And it reads, it said, the lofty looks of a man shall be humble, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. You see that? So Esau being proud, the Most High will bring it down. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty. That's Esau. Esau is proud and lofty. They think they can just dictate their weakness to everybody. Yeah, you got to take Satan's job. You got to blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, censorship. Yeah, you can't say this on YouTube. Oh, well, you can't say this. Oh, blah, blah, blah. We'll cut you off. We'll shut down your account. All this. Why? Because they're proud and lofty. Let's read it. He said, well, he said, for the day of the Lord, the Most High, the living God, Yahawah, nothing you can do about it, okay, shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up. So you've been lifted up, you're going against the Most High, you're going against other people in the country, bringing evil upon them. He said, well, and he shall be brought low. So you'll be brought low, Esau. He said, do all your weakness you want. The Most High will bring you low. You see that? That's the beautiful thing. The Most High will bring you low, buddy. You see that? Hey. Get ready, buddy. Let's go to chapter 5. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 5 and verses 8. Let's read it, right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verses 8. It says, woe unto them that join house to house. You see, what do? They join house to house. They don't have enough. They want more land. They want more. They want to steal from everybody. You see what I'm saying? They want to steal from everybody. What are they doing right now? They're passing law to oppress the poor, the needy, the meek, right? Let's read it. Isaiah chapter 5 verses 8. It says, woe to them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that there may be place alone in the midst of the earth. So what do they want to do? The New World Order. That's the New World Order right there. That's what the Moses is talking about. That's the New World Order right here. You don't believe it? Let me read it to you. It says, woe unto them that join house to house. The New World Order, they want to come together. Okay? I wrote Bill Gates, okay, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, you know, Joe Biden, and you name it. The list goes on. No. All of them, all the wicked, right? It say that lay field to field. They want more field. So they stole America, they stole Africa. It's not now. They say, you know what? We got to take over the East Indian. We got to conquer them. We got to do this. Let's see what they say. Till there be no place. So the New World Order, the Georgia Guidestone, where they say, well, we got to kill everybody off from the face of the earth. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. You say, till there be no place, that there may be place alone. Who are those alone? Who's there? The rich people, the elite, the power that be. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, okay? Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, you know. You see what I'm saying? Monsanto, DuPont, and the list goes, the Rockefeller, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay? Okay? These rich people, this rich Democrat, rich Republican, okay? So keep in mind, same thing. That what? That they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. They only want themselves to be in the midst of the earth. They don't want anyone else. They only want themselves, and that's it. You see that? Let's go right here. That's what they're doing. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 10 and verses 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree. What are they doing to the East Indian? Unrighteous decree. You see? And that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment. What are they doing? It's Esau. It's just Esau. To turn aside to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widow may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And that's what they do. That's what they're doing. Because among these heathen, we got our people over there. You got our people. We got Judah among them. And you also got Ephraim. You got Meli. We know Judah is among them. The one that were taken slave and scattered throughout Asia, right? Throughout Asia, right? Before 70 AD, after 70 AD, during the transatlantic slavery, during the Arabic, slavery, things like that. Yeah, we know our people over there still till this very last day. Okay, let's continue playing it. We'll bring another precept out.
Had to borrow to invest in the farm and are saddled with $13,000 debt.
You see that? $13,000 debt.
Sometimes when there's a drought or a flood, we can't handle the expenses.
You see that?
There are so many expenses, which is why I am in debt.
You see?
He's not alone. According to the Indian government's own figures,
these people are already in debt. They're already in debt, and they wanna choke them to death now. And that's what they're doing. Because this measure is not coming from the Indian government. No, these are puppets. The Indian government is under the British and American ruling. They're under it. The Indian government, okay, that's why they got prime minister, okay, because all those states belong to the British, okay, like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, things like that. That's why they got prime minister. You don't understand that? Because the devil, woman that called themselves a whore, a queen, okay, because she's a whore, guess what? They say Hong Kong, India, all those things, they got prime minister. It's still under the power. It's still under the power. That's why China, they're trying to take full control of Hong Kong. Because Hong Kong, you see, a part of what? The property of England, of the United Kingdom. So keep in mind. And that's why a lot of y'all don't understand. You don't know what's going on. You just watch TV. You don't believe the lie, the thing they tell you, blah, blah, blah. You don't know what's going on. Some of you have no clue what is going on. You have no clue. Okay? So let's go right here in the book of Jeremiah. Let's continue to play.
Figures more than half of all farmers are in debt. And
You see that?
the burden
You see that?
is too much to
At least 50% or 52% are you just saw on the screen. They're in debt of this Indian. They're in debt. And guess what? They want to further the debt. Why? Because Esau is in their land. Because Esau wants to rule over everybody. He doesn't want to leave people alone. That's the spirit of Esau either. You see what I'm saying? That's weakness, man. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 29. He said, call together the archer against Babylon, against who? America. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let not thereof escape. So no one will be able to flee, man. Listen, Elon Musk, you can go all you want in the moon or whatsoever you lie, you say you go. You can build the bunker you want, Babylon the Great, okay, spiritual Sodom, Egypt, Gomorrah, okay, the Chaldean. Do all you want to do, Babylon the Great, okay, the virgin daughter of Babylon. All those names belong to you, man. The fourth beast, Esau, Edom, Idumea, Bosra. Listen, man. Hey, listen, do all your, let's see what the Moses says. He said, call together, okay, the archer against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let not thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she has done. Do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Most High, against the Most High, against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young men fall in the street, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, said the Lord. You see, that's what's going to happen to America. Some of y'all, you see lying Christian out there, pastor, lying Christian out there, women and men, claiming that you a pastor, that you a prophet of the Most High, and you lying. Guess what? You can't save America. Okay, I'm just reading it right now. America is going to be destroyed, and nothing you can do about it. That's what the Bible said. America is Babylon the Great. It's not a Roman Catholic Church. Oh, no. It's America, the United States. So what are you going to do now? What are you going to do? It is a Bible prophecy. He said, come together all the archer against Babylon, against America. Why? Because the oppression, the weakness, they don't keep it home. They export it throughout the fucking of this earth. You see? Anybody want to tell the truth? Hey, we'll help you with that. That's what we're doing right now. You don't want to tell the truth? Look how these people struggle.
Over the last 2 years, more than 20,000 farmers took their own lives.
You see that?
Only due to debt and bankruptcy.
You see that? Due to death and bankruptcy, these people been committing suicide. They've been committing suicide. Imagine that. They don't talk about this on the TV. Okay? You see that? 20,000, over 20,000 East Indians, they kill their own self. Probably if you go check among them, some of these people are our people. Right? Some of them are our people. So they kill their own self. Why? Because they can afford it. It's just too much for them. They don't know how to. They can afford it. They can't just afford it. They can't afford it. It's too much. The oppression is just too much. And you're out there here sitting on the couch, you know, eating chips, and you don't know what's going on. Okay? You don't know what's going on. So let's go in the book of Habakkuk. This is the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verses 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations. What did they do? They're spoiling these people. Who? Esau, Edom. Okay? He's Edomite. Because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. So this nation, the leftover from this nation, they're going to spoil Esau, Edom. They'll spoil Esau, Edom. They'll spoil them. You see that? Okay? Because of the men blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and all that dwell therein. That's what they do. See, let's continue.